Well, hi. Well, today's my birthday, so I thought I'd do a video because I've not done one for so long, what with work and everything else I've been doing. So, yeah, I thought birthday, new year. It is a new year. It's 2016. Let's start making videos again. So, today I'm going to be doing Fallout. So I am, you could say, a big Fallout fan. I do like Fallout a lot. I play it a lot, and I have a few things of Fallout. The first one being this promotional box for Fallout 4. I got this from Game, and this was on the night of the release, which, if you're English, it was the 11th of the 10th, 15. For some reason they put the American date on the English promotional stuff, but there you go. Yeah, so the way I got this was they tried selling me a book, and they said, "Oh, do you want this? Do you want this book? It tells you all about the game." And I was going to get the book anyway, but what I said to the guy was, "Well, I see you got these boxes around the place. How about you give me one of these boxes, and I'll buy one of your books?" And he says, "Oh, hang on a minute, I'll check with my manager." He goes and checks, and there you go. I got it. It just folds up. It's just a piece of cardboard. Just folds up, stuck in my bag, and off I went. So there you go. Got a box. Right, let's see. What's next? So I've got this new stand. It's my DJ stand. And I thought, well, why not use it for the videos? So that's what I've done. And there will be some chopping, a bit of editing in this video, because my camera records for a maximum of 9 minutes at a time. There you go. Even though it can hold, you know, hours of footage, it only records for 9 minutes at a time. So time for a new camera, I think. But I did just get a blue snow globe, so hopefully the audio is going to be quite good. Okay, what should we do next? How about how about the t-shirt? This is Atomic Anomaly. So this is from Fallout 3. This is one of the perks. When your life gets below, I think it's something like 20% or maybe even 10%, I'm not sure. The Atomic Anomaly means that you'll just explode into a big mushroom cloud and kill all the enemies around you. So it's like a get out of jail free card. So that's quite a cool t-shirt there. This is direct from Bethesda. Feels very nice quality. You can feel it's good quality. Again, from Bethesda. Most of this stuff is from Bethesda. Come on, it's Fallout. Of course it's going to be. A plushie. So this is the Vault Boy, and it's a plushie. It does. You can probably hear little creaks. It's got a little skeleton inside it, so you can move the limbs around. And yeah, that's it basically. It's a plushie. You've seen a plushie before. That's the Vault Boy plushie. Okay. Ooh. Now, some of you may already have this. This is the Pip-Boy edition of Fallout 4. The game's not in here. I've got the game separate. I'll show them in a minute. So this is the Pip-Boy edition of Fallout 4. This is the case that it comes in. It's labelled as Vault 111, as is Fallout 4. There's two catches on the front here. As you push them together, the front releases, and inside we have the Pip-Boy. So it doesn't matter whether or not it's the Xbox One version or the PS4 version. The contents is the same apart from the game. So inside we have a Pip-Boy, and we have a stand. So this is a nice little stand. It says Pip-Boy Model 3000 Mark IV in Roman numerals on the front there, and then the Pip-Boy just sits nicely in that stand there, and you can put it up on display. And the reason I say put it up on display is because it's very unlikely that you're going to be using this in the game. You can use it in the game. Maybe you don't know about this. The buttons and all the dials don't do anything. They're just for show. There is one button here which has a battery, and the battery lights up these little lights in orange. So to use it in the game, you open it up. You've got this Velcro strap here. You undo the Velcro, so like that. It's a bit tight. I don't know why they've made it so tough. So you undo the Velcro. You strap your wrist in like that. There we go. And then you close up the Pip-Boy. and lock it in place, which is just lift and release. And now the Pip-Boy is on my arm, which is great. And you know, it feels very genuine, and it looks just like it does in the game. The only problem, so what you do with this is you take your smartphone, like your iPhone or your Android, and you put it inside the Pip-Boy. And I'll show you how you do that. And you think, well, why do you put your phone in there? That doesn't make a lot of sense. Well, they've done something a little clever, and it was a bit clever, very innovative, but maybe not so used so much. If you unlock it, you can pull this lever down, and then when you lift up the front, you can put your phone inside this area here. So you put your phone inside that area, and you close it up, and you lock it all down, and you put it on your wrist, and you download an app. And the app is the Pip-Boy app, and it will allow you to control the Pip-Boy in the game from your arm. What that means is you don't have to bring up the menu. If you want to swap weapons or you want to put a stim pack on, you don't have to pause the game, go into your Pip-Boy, choose those items, then come back out again. You can select everything from the screen, and it's all touch screen on the front of the Pip-Boy there. The only trouble with it is it's a bit heavy. You know, this is a solid piece of kit. It's not really a toy, so it's not very light. And when you've got your phone in there as well, giving it extra weight, you keep lifting your arm up to check things, like you want to look at the map or you want to change weapons. It's a lot easier just to press that circle button, just to bring it up on the screen and pause the game. So it's a nice gimmick, but maybe not used so much. So that is the Pip-Boy. Okay, we've got here the Fallout Legacy Collection. I'm not sure how big this collection's meant to be. On the back of the box, you have two things here. It says Lone Wanderer and Power Armor 1 and 2. And then each of these boxes are labelled 1 and 2 for the Lone Wanderer and Power Armor. It says Legacy. I'm not sure if it means Fallout 3. It does have 101 on the jumpsuit of the Lone Wanderer. And the Power Armor is Brotherhood of Steel. Both very nice, very detailed models. I think these are more stand them up on a display rather than out and play. But very nice. They both come with a gun. The Lone Wanderer comes with a BB gun and a Pip-Boy 3000. He's also wearing some kind of armour on his arm there, but looks like Fallout 4 armour, which is a bit strange. And then the Power Armour comes with some kind of assault shotgun. So there you go. That's the Legacy Collection 1 and 2, and I think it does say ages 17 plus, so maybe they are thinking these are not toys. There you go. So what we have here is the Fallout Vault Boy watch. This watch is from Fallout 3. It's in a very nice box. Lots of artwork around the box and Vault-Tec logos. It has the Fallout logo on the back of the watch in stainless steel there. The watch itself is blue leather and 24 karat gold plating on all of the metalwork. The hands of the Vault Boy point to the hour and the minute of the time. This is from Tranquility Lane. So if you played Fallout 3 and you've gone to Tranquility Lane, if you try to activate your Pip-Boy, then what you will get instead is this watch on your wrist, just telling you what the in-game time is. So quite a nice touch from the game, having the watch, and it's very nice that it's actually in real life as well. So again, from Bethesda, very nice. Okay, we've got some pop vinyls here. So these are the boxes, the same boxes as they all come in. I think they're called vinyls. It says Pop Games. I'm not sure. I've heard them referred to as pop vinyls. Vinyl figure, there you go. So this is the Vault Boy. This one is from Fallout 3. It's Vault 101 jumpsuit. And he's just got his arms side to side on his sides there rather than thumbs up. So bit strange, because normally if it is a Vault Boy, he'd be putting his thumb up. Next one we've got here is the Feral Ghoul. This is again from, I assume these are all Fallout 3, except it's a bit strange because on the back of the box it does show Lone Wanderer male and Lone Wanderer female, and then Vault Boy. So could it all be Fallout 3? I'm not sure. It doesn't actually say. It just says Fallout Universe as it is. the feral ghoul is very top heavy. His body is very thin, very difficult to stand up. He falls over very easily, so you have to put him. You put him and then not touch the table or shelf that he's on because he just falls over otherwise. The next one is the super mutant, and he's holding a super sledgehammer. So he is very heavy. He's very sturdy. He doesn't fall over. Probably one of the biggest pop heads, whatever they're called, that you can get. This and probably the power armor. I don't have the power armor. I'd like to get the power armor. So yeah, so there you go. They're the pop vinyls that we've got there. Okay, what we've got here is some bobbleheads. This is the original bobblehead from Bethesda. This is Fallout 3 bobblehead there, and it's the big box that it comes in. This is the 7-inch, and this comes directly from Bethesda. Now this one here is Fallout 4 because it's running the 111 jumpsuit. The lettering on the front is just printed, whereas the Bethesda one it's embossed. The size of this is about 5-inch, and that's the box that it comes in with the Vault-Tec logo on the back there. I got this free when I went for the Fallout 4 release, midnight release, and if you pre-ordered and went for the release, they chucked one of these in the bag. If you went to other game shops, not game as in other computer game shops, they got a different offer, which I think was a deck of cards, playing cards, and some money, like Fallout money, caps. So yeah, both very nice. This one feels like plastic. This one feels, amazingly, it feels more like wood. I'm not sure. I think it may be wood. It's very, very solid, whatever it's made of. Whereas this one feels more plasticky, rubbery, but still, I like them both. Okay, what would Fallout be without the Fallout games? Well, I have a few Fallout games here. Fallout 1 and Fallout 2 and Fallout Tactics I have on PC, but unfortunately they're download games, and the problem with download games is you don't get to hold them. So you can buy, I think it's like 50 quid for this nuclear mini nuke, but I think that's just a Steam key or something. I don't think it's the actual games. So I'm not really interested in that, unless I can find the original box games. Speaking of original games then, so we've got the PlayStation 2, and this is Fallout Brotherhood of Steel. This was the first 3D game for Fallout, whereas the originals were isometric. This was the first time it went 3D. It was on the PS2. It played like Smash TV, or Super Smash TV, where you're running around with one direction or one stick. You'd be going, that'd be pointing your direction, and the other stick would be pointing the direction you fire. But instead of being enclosed in one screen, it would be a map that you're running across the map. I believe there is some kind of story. I've not played it yet, with a lot of cutscenes. So yeah, looks like a nice game. And then we have here we go, where it all began. So this is Fallout 3 on the 360 and Fallout 3 on the PlayStation 3. Now, the 360 version is the one that I've completely maxed it out, done every quest, every side mission, you name it, it's been done on the 360 version. PS3, I've just gone into, I haven't really completed it, but what I did notice between the two was that the PS3 does seem to have better graphics. It seems to be more refined graphics. So if you're thinking about like loading icons, saving icons, just general menus and things like that, the PS3 does look better. I don't know if that was something Sony did, or whether Bethesda actually thought, oh well, we're doing a different version, let's just up the graphics just a little bit. Not much, it just seems more polished. So that's the Fallout 3 there. Staying with Fallout 3, I have here what you would know as a DLC. This is actually DLC, but on disc. I don't know what they call this. They call it Game Add-on Pack. So this is, if you don't have the internet, you can buy the game on disc, buy the add-on. So this is The Pit and Operation Anchorage. All you do is you put it in the 360. it installs it into the hard drive of the 360. Then you put your Fallout 3 game back in, play it as normal, and the expansions are there. So that's nice, because what that means is you're not relying on a Microsoft subscription to get to your DLCs. Because the problem I have is, once my Microsoft subscription is no more, then I won't be able to download my DLCs anymore. So, whereas with this, I've got them forever, which is nice. We have here, moving on from Fallout 3, is Fallout New Vegas. Again, you've got the 360 version and the PS3 version. Completed the 360 version because that was I didn't have a PS3 until about a year ago. So up until then, I had the 360. So all of my games or experience with games were with the 360 and consoles before. Got myself a PS3. Thought, well, I better get New Vegas then. These are not Game of the Year editions. So I don't have any of the DLCs, and I've not bought any of the DLCs. So what I'll probably do is end up going down CEX or something and getting Game of the Year editions. That way I can get that DLC without having to pay for the downloads. And then finally, for the games, it's Fallout 4. Yeah, Fallout 4, of course. So with Fallout 4, it comes in a metal case. This is the one that came in the box with the Pip-Boy, and it just slots in a piece of plastic on the top. The Fallout 4, the PC, or the Xbox One version would have they just slot it in and put a different sticker on the front to say which one it is. But the actual internals of the Pip-Boy are exactly the same. Yeah, it's nice. What I didn't like was, as soon as I open it, the first thing you see is buy the season pass. And I was like, well, this is, it's only just been released. It was released like half an hour before I opened the box, and it's already asking for the season pass. Yes, I bought the season pass. It came with it comes with a little map, or not a map. It's your specials and your attributes, your perks. So it's like a perk map. So it just shows you all of the perks. But they're in the game anyway. You don't need this. It's just a nice to have. Yeah. Okay, what I've got here is all my keys. But more importantly is a key ring. So I have here the Nuka-Cola bottle cap key ring. I got this at Play Blackpool last year. It was just a stand that does all sorts of homemade trinket things like key rings and such. And when I saw this, I was like, right, go and have it. So yeah, it's just simply a bottle cap with Nuka-Cola written on the top. Just a very nice thing to have. Okay, so this is a glass of Nuka-Cola. It's embossed into the glass the words Nuka-Cola. It's very, very delicate. You can hear that it's more like a wine glass than a cola glass. I wouldn't want this washed too many times. In fact, I probably wouldn't even use it because I just wouldn't want it damaged. This is very, very nice, but very, very delicate. They could have used a thicker glass, especially if people are going to use it. I think this is more a case of put it up on the shelf and no one touch it, sort of thing. And for those that don't like cola, we've got here a coffee mug. Assume a coffee or tea, depending on what your preference is. Nothing, special as in special about it. It's just Vault Boy on the front there, nice thumbs up, and very nice solid mug. So unlike the glass, this one you could use. I wouldn't know about the logo on the front there. If you kept on washing it, would it eventually wash off? I wouldn't want to risk it. So again, this is probably one that I'll just keep on the shelf and not actually use. I have plenty of mugs. This is just a nice collector's item. Okay, so what we have here is a present. It was a present. It's my birthday today. So this came through the post. This actually went through the letterbox. It's incredible. Has a little card inside. Happy birthday. Has a couple of balloons and some candles and a thing. And inside there's a tin and it says "Just for you." And as you open the tin, inside there we have a cake. It's got a Fallout Boy, Pip-Boy, Fallout Boy on the front there, and just happy birthday, lots of love. And this one is actually milk-free, which means I can eat it because I have a milk allergy. So very happy about that. A birthday cake I can enjoy. Smells lovely. So I'll be having that in a bit. is yummy. So while I was in game, they asked me if I wanted to buy a book. I was going to buy it anyway because it looked very nice. And this is it. It's the Survival Guide to the Wasteland. It's very thick. How many pages? I don't know. Hundreds. There you go. 543 pages of content. And the content, literally, is every single location, a map of every location, a map of all items in those locations, every single quest, every single possible quest that you could do and what you'd need to do for it. It's just basically everything in the entire game is in this book. So if you are stuck, and I have got stuck before, then you can refer to this book. However, what it doesn't tell you, I'll tell you where I got stuck, and I did refer to the book, and it didn't help. And the way it referred to the book was, it was about setting up trade routes between my towns. What it didn't tell you is you have to press, I think it's like R2 when selecting a character to set up the trade route. In the book it just says set it up. I was like, well, yeah, great. The perk, local leader, lets you set up trade routes. Excellent. The problem is it doesn't tell you how to do it. So I had to Google that. I think I found a YouTube video of somebody who did it on YouTube, and yeah, you have to press this, I think it's R2 while you've got a character selected. So even though it has everything in there, maybe not everything, you know, control wise. Then I suppose some consoles are different from others. So with the book, we also got this. It says Vault-Tec Top Secret. It's not really, or limited issue even. What we have here are the specials. So the specials that we have are agility, and you get the nice logo there. So we have agility. We have intelligence. Charisma. Endurance. Perception. Strength. Luck. So if we take all of the first initials of each of those attributes, what it will do is spell out the word special, and that's the attributes that you pick at the beginning of the game. Also, with the Survival Guide book, you get a map. Now this is quite a nice map. Again, it's not needed, however, what it does, I'll hold it up so you can see it, just about see it. What it does is it shows you every single location on the map and gives you a little chart on the side there to say what each location is. And then on the back, it gives you a very detailed view of the Greater Boston area, which is where Diamond City is. So it's just a surrounding area, so you can find all the shops and you know, hidden little things there. So that's a nice little extra again. And here is the Fallout mask, Vault Boy mask. You put it on. There you go. I got this free when I went to the midnight launch. They were just giving them away. It's very nice, very solid plastic. Has this sort of material across the eyes, so people can't see your eyes. So it looks a bit more authentic. Has a tiny little slit for the mouth, and that's a big problem because what happens is that the mask fills with condensation very quickly, and you're breathing, and your face is getting all hot and wet. Not very nice, but good for cosplaying. Take that with the Pip-Boy, put them together, get yourself a blue jumpsuit, and there you go, you can do some cosplay. Okay, that's it. That's my Fallout collection so far. Hope you enjoyed it. And that's my first video of the year, and maybe hopefully soon there'll be some more. I'm not sure what I'll show you next. I've got a big collection. I've got lots of games and consoles and all sorts of things. Boxes galore. But yeah, I'll pick something else, or if you want to suggest something, I've got different systems. So if you want to say, show us your collection of a particular system, I can show you what I've got so far. And that's it. Thanks very much.